Hello, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Welcome back to another video. Today, let's talk about safe words. A safe word is a term used during a scene in order to end play. It can be as simple as the term red if you're using the light system, or another term that you and your partners have agreed upon prior to play. For instance, mercy. However, some people like having more than one word in order to quickly communicate with their partners throughout the scene. Personally, I prefer to use multiple words so that I can quickly and easily communicate with my partners. We kind of use the light system with a couple added colors to aid in communication. We will be going over the light system briefly just so you know what it is that we are talking about, followed by our own light system. The light system can be thought of as the red lights when you drive. Green means you're good to go, keep going. Yellow means slow down and or change what you're doing, and red means stop. Don't pass go, don't collect $100, you stop immediately and initiate aftercare. The light system tends to be preferred due to the ease of saying them while in subspace, and it kind of allows you to slow down a scene if you need to, instead of just ending it altogether. However, some people prefer to just have one word that ends it all. The choice is really up to you and your partner or partners. Now, our lot system does include red, yellow, and green, but they are somewhat a little different, and we also have other colors as well. I know that some of these are difficult to read, so I am going to go through all of them. Green means I'm good and play can continue. Yellow means I'm uncomfortable, but I'm still okay to continue. Orange means I'm uncomfortable and getting close to needing to change something. Amber is close to red, and we need to change something like now. Red, again, means stop, don't pass go, don't collect $100. Just stop the play, and we need to sit and talk about what happened and what's going on and what we need to do. Now, our last two are kind of newer additions to our lot system, and it's just from things that kind of came up during scenes before. So for instance, blue means I'm crying, which we weren't expecting, but it's a good cry. So this was important for us because I don't cry. I've broken bones and didn't even know it. And when we went months later, because, they're still kind of bothering me. And after we got the x-rays back, the doctor walked in and was like, how did you even walk in here? So yeah, I just don't cry. And so when I do cry, my partners are like, what's happening? So I need to be able to let them know, like, yes, I understand we weren't expecting this, but I'm still okay and we can keep going. For those of you who have already kind of watched other videos like our mental health series, I do struggle with anxiety and depression. Because of this, sometimes during scenes, they kind of come out and play and they really mess with my headspace, especially if I am deep in my slave space. I can get really scared and frustrated, and it can be super difficult for me to talk. However, I can typically get out one word. So I can say black, and that lets them know my anxiety and depression are really getting to me and I need reassurance. Now, if it is bad enough, we will stop play. And kind of how they do it is if I say black, they'll kind of stop. They'll reassure me, whether it's with words, letting me know that I did good, that I'm okay, that I'm safe. Typically, one of them will play with my hair or something, and they will ask, can you continue? Now, if I say yes, then we continue. Or obviously, if I say no, we'll stop. Or if they ask and I can't really get anything out, whether it's a nod, a noise, just nothing, then more often than not, we stop the scene and begin aftercare just to be safe. Now, it's really important to know any word can be made into a safe word. Like if you wanted it to be supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, go for it. But there are kind of some recommendations when making a safe word. It does need to be easy to say. Like I said, a lot of people, when they get into their subspace, it can be really difficult for them to talk. So it needs to be kind of like a one word, one syllable, just quick out there. And for some people, it kind of needs to kill the mood. Now, what I mean by this, we actually have some friends, and their safe word is their dog's name. He is huge. He weighs over 100 pounds, and he slobbers. I mean, like a lot. And so their kind of reasoning is nothing kills the mood like having a big slobbery dog just pounce on you. So if you do have a huge dog, you can use that as your safe word. Or if you have a tiny yappy dog, you know, anything you want it to be, just make sure it's simple. Again, I've said this before in kind of our BDSM the scene kind of video. Just prior to play, remember to talk about safe words. They really are important and are there to keep everyone involved safe. Now, I know what you're thinking. What if there's something in my mouth, like a gag of some sort? What then? Because, like, obviously you can't talk. Well, that kind of brings us to safe gestures. Again, this can kind of be anything you want it to be. Some of the two most common that I've seen or heard of is having the submissive hold a bell, because if you've ever held a bell in your hand and tried to ring it, like it doesn't make a sound. Whereas once you drop it, it starts ringing. So that is something that is very common. Another thing is like tapping your partner, kind of like a tap out. However, with this, typically the dominant will specify not only where to tap, but also how many times. Like, if you need me to stop, tap my left inner thigh twice. They kind of do this because this kind of helps differentiate you play versus, hey, I actually need you to stop. Again, the possibilities for safe words and gestures are limitless. It all depends on your imagination and what is right for you and your partner or partners. And kind of one last little note that I want to make here. Safe words are not just for the submissive. They're also there for the dominant. They're people too. They can think they're in a great headspace and then all of a sudden like something happens and they need to stop. They could have had like a terrible day at work and they're just not in the right place. Or they could have hurt themselves during play, depending on what it is, like wax play or fire play, knife play, if they use implements, etc. I know some people may disagree with me because a dominant is quote unquote supposed to be in control 100% of the time, but please remember that they're humans too. And that is kind of it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Just remember, stay safe and stay kinky, everyone. Until next time.